you're going to work with people that never transact. So that
Right.
was all
Right.
essentially a waste of time. I like to
Right.
look at it as it wasn't a waste of time because you gained some valuable knowledge about
Right.
the market and about people and everything else. But you may, I had someone recently that and no, I'll get her business down the road. Her transaction didn't finalize because of problems getting a loan with
Right.
the divorce situation and everything else. But I invested a good amount of time in that
Right.
and then no transaction because we couldn't get to the finish line
Right.
because something to do really with the financials between husband and wife,
Right.
not yet divorced. So we will spend time on, or just somebody calls in. It happens all the time, right? Somebody's like, "Hey, you've got this listing. I'd like to
Right.
see it." And the more experience you get, you'll waste less time
Right.
with those people just showing them the house
Right.
than in the beginning where you're like, I'm brand new and I'm
We
starving. I'll do whatever it
you
takes.
you'll put any warm body in your car
Or
if
just meet them, right? They call and you drive 45 minutes to show a
one
house,
way. Right.
right? And they don't like the house and then they never return another phone call or
Right.
email. You do that. So when people say, like, they look at it and it's funny because you'll transact with someone that it actually was like really simple.
Right.
They just said, "Hey, I want to see this
Right.
house." You met them out there, they loved it, you wrote the contract, and you made a bunch of money.
Right.
That happens,
Right.
right? That's not the norm.
That's rare.
And that just balances out all the other time you're spending
Right.
that doesn't transact. There's a lot of time spent, especially on the buyer side, right? But
Right.
even on the selling side, you might list a house that expires. So you spend all that time. I haven't had a lot of expirations in my career, but I've had some. We all have. That was all time spent and money
Right.
spent
Marketing
not
dollars. Yeah.
not transacting. So that all falls into your bottom line equation. And what people don't understand when they look at what a commission check might be, and first of all, we're not keeping all of it because there's splits with your firm and everything else, is that it's a business like any other business. We have operating expenses. I have to pay every year to have a license. I have to
Right.
pay to take classes. I have to pay for all my gas. I am a 1099. I have to pay double Social Security what a
Right.
normal person pays.
Yeah. Right.
I don't get health insurance
Right.
paid for by my company. I have to pay for health insurance.
Right.
So, yeah, you saw the check I made on that transaction was $10,000, but what were my operating expenses? Just because a company sells a $10,000 TV doesn't mean they made
Right.
$10,000. There were all kinds of costs, marketing being part of that too,
Right.
right? Everything that went into selling that $10,000. It's a nice TV for $10,000. But everything that went into that $10,000 was not profit.
Right.
Everything in my $10,000 commission check was not profit.
Yeah.